Hi everybody, Warren Smith along with Shane Flanagan and Darcy McDonald to take you through this one between the Raiders and the Dragons. There's that unchanged lineup for the home side, Shane, which is boosted by the return, of course, of Jack Whiten and also Joseph Tapine.
Yeah, two real big ends, and good afternoon, everyone. Canberra Raiders back at home after a wonderful performance last week against the Brisbane Broncos, and I'm sure Ricky Stewart would have been talking all week about their fans and being at home. They've got to get this job done. They were poor at home last time, and for the Dragons, they went right to the wire last week against the Titans and will maybe consider themselves a little bit unlucky.
Well, they were very good last week, and they certainly had to be after leaking 50 points plus against the Panthers here 2 weeks ago. HQ here in Canberra. We'll see what happens with Jack. The Dragons get us underway. It goes down to that man in question. The catch out there. The ball blown a long way there across the field. In this first half so far, they're now 14 from 20. It isn't flash. The Dragons are worse. They're 12 from 20. Here's Little staying alive from dummy half. Maybe they set up for the field goal right here to lead it 1-0 at the break. I'm not ruling it out. DeBellin comes back towards the middle. Amone bends away from Fogarty. See what Ben Hunter's thinking. They've got 3 plays remaining in this set. Now left edge they go. Bird in trouble there. Got to ground quickly in the tackle of Chris and also Whitehead. From Lomax to Amone. DeBellin to Ben Hunt. He finds Sloan using his speed. Surly to Moga. Plenty of green jumpers in front of him. He's got a big body though, and he went very close to scoring. I think it hit the deck, and the referee says yes. It took 39 minutes, but the Dragons find a way in on a shift from sideline to sideline and the strength of Tautau Moga.
The Dragons, they shift to the right-hand side, and there's not a lot to it. It's just out the back. And then they get Moga gets some space down thing, but there's 5 Canberra Raider players there, and it looked like they're all over him, but he just shows his strength and awareness of where the try line is, just drops his hips and gets the ball down. Well done, Tautau Moga. Got some poor defence from the Raiders. They get numbers there. They should have been better there. Without a doubt, a try.
Sloan did well. He put Croker under pressure, which opened up this gap on the sideline. And Sully did well on the catch and pass, and you see the put down there, no question. But he was, despite all that attention, an avalanche of green jumpers all around him. He left them on the ground. He was already celebrating. Now Lomax from out wide. You see the effect of that wind, the westerly blowing it well wide of the post. But at halftime here in Canberra, it took 39 minutes, but the Dragons are first on the board. They lead the Raiders 4 points to 0. Some darkening skies to the east of GIO Stadium. And a strong westerly blowing across this field today. Temperature in the mid-teens, but it feels a lot cooler than that. The Dragons make the catch off the restart through Moga, and they hand it off to Josh Kerr, who will begin here for St George Illawarra just inside his own 20. Big 40 minutes coming up. Dragons fans, of course, all the talk about the coaching scenario there and the pressure on Anthony Griffin. A similar situation last.
The player playing the football had a little bit to do with it as well. He sort of just flipped over. His head wasn't far off the ground, but it's a penalty every day of the week.
And the pressure continues here on St George Illawarra. As Fogarty comes out with Sebastian Chris. He was almost away. Bird grabbed him by the coattails only. From Starling. Come back to Fogarty. Bypasses a couple of forwards. Now Whiten. Oh, terrible pass there. Really out of sorts as far as the timing. Both teams in attack here today. Dragons have the one scoring play to speak of. Raiders still searching for theirs. Gula trying to spin. Here's DeBellin again with a leg in the air. This time a more conventional looking tackle. Starling from dummy half. Shows it got Horsburgh. Comes out here to Sarlaw. Chance to offload, but Bird was up there stopping the pass, and now chance of Fogarty. It goes to Sebastian Chris. On a set of 6 from a penalty considered by Jack DeBellin, Sebastian Chris scores for the Raiders. They get the bonus set and they make the Dragons pay.
To the far post, and then they shift out, and it's Fogarty just throws a beautiful ball. It's a bad read by the Dragons defensively. They just go to the wrong man, and he just goes into space and can't believe that he just has a clean lane straight to the try line. Zach Lomax goes up past the ball. Finney goes up past the ball. He just has a clean run to the try line.
Looking sloppy with the ball again earlier in that possession. Croker here from just outside the 20. They put Canberra in front, had a great night with a boot against the Broncos, and he puts Canberra with their noses in front here against the Dragons.
It'd be lovely to see him get his 300th game. It's been a fantastic play for the Raiders.
Starting from dummy half, comes back to Horsman. We've got one more here, good meters for Canberra on the set off the back of points. Fogarty. It's the kick taken down there by Bird. We'll wait and see what the referee thinks of that contact. Well, so with all the talk, Croker odds on to be slotting this one, and he bends it back between the uprights, and Canberra, after being down 4-0 at halftime, now lead 8 points to 4. He disappeared for the moment. It's sunny in the extreme now. Seward gets up limping. Switch there from Hunt to DeBellin. One more play here. Bellin almost played it too quickly. As Hunt puts it in the air. Tough one to catch once again coming in. Kotrick doesn't want to know about it. Now there's a chance for Bird, who got taken down by Kotrick. This will be, you would think, a professional foul in that situation.
Okay. Time off. Nick. Yeah. Nick Kotrick. Nick.
He knows what's coming. He doesn't want to go to the referee.
He knows what's coming, all right.
Professional foul.
And there was no doubt about that. Once the ball hit the deck and he was in a shoulder-to-shoulder race with Bird and took him down. And here are the Dragons, trailing by 4 points. But against 12 men, and a full set here from close range. Little to Hunt. Amon goes out the back. Sloan, long ball. Fionney, he dives in. The Dragons score immediately. As Bird finds DeBellin. Do plenty of ball playing in the second half is Jack DeBellin. Laurie wrapped up there by Young. Wanted to play it quickly. Here's Hunt. Players in motion around him. He comes back to the middle. Hunt and Young had his back turned. Good tackle eventually there by Emre Gula, but they weren't onside. Now beside the uprights, the Dragons find themselves in front once again. Here's Horsman. Keeps it going for Wyden. Chris is there. Croker gets the outside shoulder of Surley, who stayed with him. And it'll be another set restart for Moga this time, flopping in over the top. So again, the Dragons, their discipline hurting them here in this second half. They lead by 2 points. The others may have a bit to say about that in this situation. Johnson Young. Nasty looking left eye, isn't it? We'll play it here for Starling. Comes out the Papali'i. Oh, Bird up in his face. That was good contact. Papali'i didn't enjoy that. There's a bit of what for Bird on the ground. Fogarty comes out to Whitehead. Wyden did well. Nice just sitting there for him. Could have easily hit the deck. Timokul out of dummy half. Oh, what strength and speed he has! Like a green bullet, he flies in to score. Canberra hit back 12 on 13. It's 12-10 their way.
Bird not happy with the way his team defended in that front line. Just jumps out, goes through the space. That was from the Raiders fullback.
There is Jared Croker. What a tally he has racked up throughout his career. Despite the Raiders having the better of possession in this last 10 minutes, it's the Dragons here. They've only completed one of their last 5. They really lost their way with their handling today. They're 21 of 33. Barely at 60% for the game as far as completions are concerned. DeBellin. He goes to Musgrove. They trail by just 4, and now strip. Hudson Young comes away with it. He's got some toe. So does Jaden Sewer. It's Young digging for the line. Lomax won't get to him. Hudson Young, he celebrates. And so does this big crowd in Canberra. What a turnaround in this game. The Dragons on the attack and Hudson Young.
It's Musgrove carrying the football. He knows he's on the ball. They both drop off. It's a really good, smart play. And then he had the legs to go the distance. Sewer chasing. He's quick. Lomax coming from the other side. But the back rower, he's a footy player. He comes up with some strange things. We saw in the first half a kick to the in goal and gets his side a repeat set. But this is smart, and this is wanting to go to the game and wanting to win it for your footy team. Just don't. He goes in there and wants that ball. Smart play from the back rower.
I know what Zane Musgrove was thinking, and I know what most Dragons fans would be thinking. But Zane Musgrove might have been tackled. He had a knee on the ground. The ball and the arm carrying the ball certainly didn't touch the turf. And the referee, Jared Sutton, didn't think he was held, hadn't called held. He thought it was play on. Young played to the whistle and raced away to make this an 8-point lead. And Ricky Stewart is up there in the grandstand like he's back the Melbourne Cup winner at 100-1.
Yeah, he rides the emotions, Ricky Stewart, and that's a great try from the back rower. As I said, really smart play. Just gets in there, calls his teammates off.
Well, beside the uprights, who's been perfect with the boot on his return to the NRL. He was great last week, and he hasn't missed one again today. And the wicket, which becomes a father for the first time. Boy, he's got some cleaning up in his future, Shane, but that was great work there in his own line.
That was the big front row getting across to the fast corner to tidy up a kick. Just showed some real urgency as Timoko goes through the middle again. Sloane's looked dangerous for the Dragons. He's tried really hard, especially in this second half. He's been on the back of shape, had lots of touches.
And now here's Hopewadi. Just about away for the Chocolates as well. Brings it back to the halfway line. Starling. He'll come to Gula. Whiten waits for the ball. Young on his outside. Croker is there. Intercept by Moga. How much speed does he have? He sets sail for the line and he wins the race to give the Dragons a chance. We are not done with yet.
Well, when he took the intercept, I didn't think he'd have the speed, but the Canberra Raiders didn't have much cover coming, and Tautai Moga gets his second try. He doesn't want to take too much time, even though there is time off in the last 5 minutes of games. As we watch Whiten just going to the outside, Tautai Moga gets in the lane between him and the Canberra Raiders attacker, and he's away with the Chocolates.
Well, depending on what happens here in these last few minutes, they'll second-guess that play, that decision by Jack Whiten to go to an edge, leading by 10, and throw a pass that didn't really need to be thrown. Croker was going nowhere on his outside, and all they've done here is give St George Illawarra a chance off the back of the intercept. Tautai Moga has two. He put in the big ones early. And now a huge kick. Wing off the right here for Lomax. It misses. They will have time, though. Recent times, as we said against the Dolphins, they almost scored in the first half of it. You see what they work for here. It'll be a simple play for Sloane. They just take them on one-on-one. Going a long way here. Young eventually stops him 5 metres out. He'll hold him down, won't worry about giving away a set restart. It'll be 10 in the bin for a professional foul. But there's only 17 seconds remaining. 13 on 12. It's Hunt. He goes to Kerr. They stop him, hold him up, and the siren will sound. Canberra hang on. It was an absolute nail-biter at the depth. And Ricky Stewart may need oxygen, but they get the job done. The Dragons come up agonisingly short once again, as they did last week against the Titans.